know what it is? Back again on the long weekend streaming some more fantastic Outer Worlds. Special Choice Edition. Load back in to good old Babin. Ah. Oh, not just Babindarns. Inspect the Babindarns. How we dressed up. Oh, yes, we got the inspector fit on. Yes, yes, looking clean. Looking clean, my guy. Raring to go. Last role of Halcyon Helen. Halcyon Helen, beloved Aetherway's star and Brotherhood icon, has been murdered. With the unveiling of Rizzo's Spectrum Brown at risk, you've been hired to find the pernicious killer and bring them to justice. Oh, Felix. Take that off. You don't wear that crap no more. Let's get you a nice hat, though. Oh, yeah, we're taking this Felix with us. And, I think we're taking our sawbones. Oh, with the veil? No, it's kind of nice. Gotta have that. Okay, well, you don't really even go in for the whole hoi polloi. So. That is kind of the coolest Ellie has ever looked. I don't know. Where are you? I can actually talk to this Ellie. I can actually stand to talk to this Ellie. Felix, I can always talk to. Where are you?
Does being on the case give us temporary immunity? Think they'll let us confiscate a few stray bits?
Possible. Let's examine. It's just rest. Hilarious. Scissors for gauze, scalpels for wounds, and hand-the laser wands for flawless complexion. Ow, why'd I do that? Snapped the shit out of my legs. This is dumb. I'm gonna take young Felix. And, Ellie. Whoa. Nice and easy. Wow. Holy. Okay. This is a whole lot of area.
We don't have to catch Helen's killer right this second. Maybe we ought to take in the sights.
Potentially. Holy crap. Yeah, wow. There's a lot going on here. Huh, okay. Jeez.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
fill me in on the details of the murder?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the grand ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
Hey, Black Hole Birdie may be a savage brute on the field of honor, but he's no killer.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
She happened to be a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
And how exactly did she become famous then?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
Was product release that big of a deal?
You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Alright, thanks. See you around.
Had something in my ear. I could have sworn you just said we aren't allowed to depart.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Much obliged.
I feel like I'm
Holy.
spending a fortune just standing here.
It's a bit much. She's not too shabby though.
It really is a terrible shame. I absolutely adored her cereals. I almost can't imagine.
Helen, man.
You know, for a monument to the wealth of the elite built on the backs of the working class, it's real pretty. I guess.
Yes,
The
some.
murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade.
Boy, I really hope taking out Lillian.
The crime
didn't,
scene's awaiting,
really-
Inspector. Can't believe something like this could happen in my hotel. When I found her, I was just hoping she had a little too much to drink, but all the grievous bodily injury adds up, I suppose.
She was laying in a pool of her own blood. You thought, I wonder if she's drunk?
Hey, Byzantines and restraint aren't two words that often go together. Wouldn't be the first blood-soaked, unconscious party-goer I've come across. Anyway, I'm sure you've got questions.
Let's see. You see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing?
Yes, correct.
No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
It's also untoward to not answer my questions. Least if you like your bones whole.
Wow, I haven't heard a threat that venomous since yesterday morning. Picked up a T&L executive's bag by the wrong handle. Of course, it was my mistake. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
What's the deal with this profitability? She guessed?
Yep. Gives seminars on increasing profit margins and the like. Can't say much else, seeing how I ain't in the gossip market.
That's why her and Helen ain't get along too well.
As far as I can recall, Helen dismissed the lady's seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more.
Interesting. Back to the other question.
I hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Want to give me more details on how you came across the body?
Sure, I'd taken a check in the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Any idea why Helen would have been in the ballroom after
Beats all hell
hours?
out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling? Sure. What's on your mind?
I'm not gonna make any accusations just yet. Got any idea who might have wanted to do this, Helen?
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. Oh dear. I'm sorry, but you don't seem to have a registered room key. If you've lost your key, why don't you pay the hotel concierge a visit? I'm sure she can get you a new one. Then you can come back, and I'll service all of your vertical needs.
Well, that's highly convenient.
Well,
Up.
Black hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
Move aside. Inspector Babin Don's coming through.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Constable, nice to meet you. What you spoke of? Nice to meet you. We spoke over the Eighth Ways.
Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
What you got for me, Doctor?
An extraordinary contraption. You'll love it.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Clues are nearby. Quick description. Search for them. I have no long gun, sir. Okay, so what does this thing do exactly?
I'm so glad you asked. Allow me to explain. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
So a magnifying glass.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientist mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout throughout Iridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in a weapon slot before you continue the hunt for Helen's killer. Okay. And then we're gonna drop the gloop. Alright. To catch Helen's killer, you'll need to use the discrepancy amplifier scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it while zooming the scope and press the interact key to analyze.
Easy now.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
Sure.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
I could taste the dirt. Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record? I'm tasting the dirt.
I'm all for taking pointless risks, but that's just disgusting.
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Purple berry in this dirt. Amplify, can you analyze this
The
dirt?
dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
Alright.
This unit has been programmed to simulate gratitude. Thank you, Inspector.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Yeah. her currency.
The Purpleberry Orchards. And a footprint. Inspector, that was absolutely marvelous. With the help of my discrepancy amplifier, up. I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate.
Alright, tell me about the body. What got as the cause of death?
My apologies, Inspector. I've not yet finished my autopsy. Come back later?
Jeez. Alright.
Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away.
Thing seems powerful. Made you come about the invention.
I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as sprats feel they must breed, or canids feel they must brutally maul each other. I feel the need to create.
Come on, there's more to it than that.
Inspector, I'm sure you don't want to spend 4 hours talking back and forth about the intricacies of a science project. It works. That's the important part.
No.
You sure you don't want to know anything else? Oh, all right.
Oh, we will talk later.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse before.
If you have an issue with the hope...
Put that away. You're making me nervous.
No. I'm detecting your nonsense.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Warned? Right. Who?
Why, you.
No, the special inspector. No, not the special inspector. I meant your boss.
Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all Sublight Underground operations in the Eridanus Atmospheric Complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. But he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room?
Sure.
For you, only the best, sir, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Got some high-profile guests around here, right? You can tell them about them.
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Alright, notice anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
She, seemed to be closer with some people than others?
Everyone wanted to be around Helen. She could usually be seen alongside Bertie or Woolrich, for obvious reasons.
Helen's co-star, Woolrich. Yeah. You have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
I see. We got this productivity guru here, right? What's her deal?
Her deal? Not making them. I'd laugh at my own comment, but everyone knows there's no bigger joke than the prophet of profitability herself. Didn't you hear Helen's interview? That woman is the definition of humbuggery. Anyone who gives her the time of day is a right fool. I mean, Spencer Woolridge has taken several of her productivity seminars, and look where it got him. Don't waste your time.
So I heard about Black Old Birdie standing.
Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split. That's a shame, Inspector.
No.
What if I wanted to know a little about you?
Oh. I like to let my reputation speak for itself.
Then I guess we'll have to see if you find Helen's murderer, won't we? Myself, and all of the staff at the Grand Colonial, will be rooting for you, Inspector.
Oh wait, it's you again. Sorry, but you're
I thought I had my room key. Do I have my room key yet, please? Oh, I forgot. Okay.
How may I...
I don't know if my room was
Ah,
ready.
yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
Curious about you. How'd you get to be a bellhop?
Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know? It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits? Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug. I ain't ever looked back.
I thought slug and sublight didn't engage much. I'd move from one to the other.
Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty.
I can relate. Something bad happened, you had to make tracks, eh? No, the feeling. I know the feeling. Cut to me shooting fucking
I mean, yes, but I still earned Sublet a hell of a lot of bits. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed.
Ah. How was working for Slug been different from Sublight?
Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head.
That sounds about right. Got any good stories? Sure, you've seen a lot of people coming and going.
Stories? Huh. Actually, I think I got a couple now that you mention it. Had a basket case visit from Fallbrook once. Almost took a swing at me when I tried to take his bag. Turned out to be full of live sprats. We charged him extra.
Jeez.
Now, what can I lend a hand with?
Mind if I ask you a few questions about the crime scene?
Please do.
Oh, I had already asked you all these questions about the crime scene, so... one more thing.
Now...
how well you know the victim?
Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode.
Well, the newest serial episodes are that bad?
Of course! Budgets went up, but the writing quality chewed straight through the floorboards and free fell into Halcyon's son. I'm supposed to believe Helen would let the chief of the Savages go free? Just since he was revealed to be her half-cousin? He's a dissident! You kill him! I, like most fans, reckon this series should go back to its roots. Another 200 episodes of the Origins plotline is what we really want.
Another 200 episodes. Alright.
What floor would you like to visit?
Alright, give me the
Next
bit
up,
mouse.
the finest seat in the house.
Oh, it's not bad. Oh, hey, and my whole crew's hanging out in here. Awesome. Oh, I don't even know what to level up anymore. Nice, Max. Oh, put that on powders.
I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
True.
You think June Light would like this place? Oh, probably not. I don't think she cares much for corporate comforts.
Understandable.
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
You can play a fucking back of my hand to the side of your head. That's my bed.
Serials are used by the board to control what the colonists think about reality. Quite a powerful thing. The longer we stay here, the more I can feel my mind softening.
Oh, well, we better get to investigating.
So this is what a clean room smells like.
Alright.
The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Terminal. Yes. Messages. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Let's see here. Where am I in terms of my hacking? I need to. Gotta boost the hack then. So let's pop a save. Holy crap! When is the last time I actually popped a full save then? Like, when was the last time I popped a manual save? Wow. 10 levels ago. Crazy. Okay. Anyways. And those. Let's see here. Where are we at now? Okay. Messages recover. Bada boom. Administrator Ludwitko to Ruth. Miss H. Helen, thank you for choosing Iridanos atmospheric complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum Brown product, you are aligning yourself with a revolution in in the leisure beverage market. Indeed, the culture of Halcyon itself. We're going to change the world together. Sincerely, Quentin Ludovico. Okay. Profitability profit to Ruth. Helen, I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your mastery of performance is on the aether wave, and I command attention of our corporate leaders. We're both cultural icons with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage with your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, how to motivate your workforce using ancient weaponry, as a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. Dyed in the wool. That is significantly more insulting than I could have fucking thought it would at first. Like, wait a minute, hey, dyed in the wool, damn! That sounds fucked up. It's mean as hell. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditors soon. Sincerely, Profitability P.O. Money can't buy happiness, and other lies will tell ourselves. A new seminar from the Prophet of Profitability coming soon. Cedric Kincaid. Cedric Kincaid. Miss Bellamy. You're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror of Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has fooled him. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best Cedric, what? Okay. Client, okay. Message corrupted. Knows the truth. Please hurry. Don't know how much longer I can keep. Huh. Interesting.
Helen, where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
What the fuck? Spectrum vodka red. I didn't think those were actually like weapon blasts, but they are. Damage. I got my knife. Favorite gun. We can install on YouTube. Oh, that's just a little fucking little thing outside. I was like, what is that little mark that's glowing on it? That's weird. It was just the... Just the fucking... Big cartridges, eh? Space awesome. was it? Spatial oscillity sensor apparatus. Early models included a speaker that would emit, look at that, at loud decibels. This feature has been disabled. The board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Examine closely. A blank notebook lies open beside a stack of clean papers. Looks like someone intended to write something, but never even got started. Interesting. Okay. Ellie.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
It was fine. I don't feel too strongly either way about it.
That's completely fine, Inspector. Hopefully you'll warm up to it. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Take me
To
back
the
to
lobby
the
we
lobby,
go.
Take me up in the alley. Alright, let's go. Journal. We speak with the administrator. Call Administrator Ludovico in the penthouse.
What floor?
I forgot to do that completely. Where is that at? Oh, right here. There.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
Don't seem too bothered over her death.
It's the circumstances of her death that trouble me. Our spokesperson was murdered just before the grand unveiling of Spectrum Brown. If I belonged to a rival company, I'd be ecstatic.
I think, rival company might have been better, but I get it. You don't want to be responsible for a drink that kills people. Just turn this into an ad. Rizzo Spectrum Brown. It's heart-stoppingly good.
Stop. Please warn me before you provide me with unsolicited ideas. There are waivers you need to sign. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
Got a lead. Can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
locks his doors the moment investigator arrives. It's not suspicious
I agree
at
with
all.
the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
See you soon. Ah, Inspector!
What floor would you like to visit?
VIP guest
Oh,
floor.
so sorry. What authorized...
Well, get me out of the damn colonial then, shit. Oh, Halcyon, Helen, and the brain ears. Alright. Ooh, yoga. You guys are wearing matching suits. Alright. So we go way over here to the Purple Berry Farms.
That smell. Whatever that is, it'll kill more than bacteria.
Excuse me. The pool plaza is currently closed to guests.
I'd ask as to why.
Oh, you're that inspector. Right. Sorry, but the pool's currently closed on account of it stinking worse than my boss. What can I do for you?
Why does the pool look all, green?
Space me if I knew. I got here for my shift this morning and found it this way. They can't yell at me for this one, which is good, because a lot of folks seem upset by it.
This morning. So it happened just before Spectrum Brown launch?
Gee, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, the reception party would have extended out here, but we had to close it off. What with the contamination. And now the reception ain't happening anyway. Can't do much now but wait for the stench to wear off. We found the individual hired to clean face down in a puddle of his own spit in the orchards. Guess he won't be helping.
Face down in his own spit.
Look, I call it how I see it. They found the poor slackwit alongside syringes enough to put down a herd of mantisaurs. His family will have to be fined. Rizzo should have been more careful about who they hired. They're lucky nothing got permanently damaged.
Some sounds off guilty. Like to take a look around.
All right. You may want to visit the sun parlor. That's where that Rizzo's fool mixed the chemicals he used. Oh, and you could talk to Lily, my boss. She probably has some great advice. I saw her walk toward the bridge to the Purpleberry Orchards earlier. Reckon she's still there. Now, anything else I can do for you? So long as you don't want to go in.
Pretty heavily armed, the god for war.
Yeah, it's part of the job. I think I'm listed as a security consultant. But all that really means is that if I'm caught without this thing, I get put on pool guard duty. I don't know what happens if I'm caught without it on pool guard duty, but I know that I don't want to find out.
So you said Rizzo's hired someone to do the
Yep,
claims.
still dead. Usually Rizzo's is pretty good at making sure the people they hire ain't got tripicale for brains. But that fella clearly wasn't worth trusting. I met him briefly once. Seemed level-headed enough, but that must have been just a front. Otherwise, he wouldn't have made such a mess of things. Sounds good to me.
Strong enough to kill sprats.
Analysis reveals the chemical signature of this compound is 80% semblant of fertilizer used in the Purpleberry orchards. The other 20% is semblant of pool water.
Fertilizer.
Hi again. It's like I just...
Wonder gets it if you hit it over the edge.
And when I can't get a hold of anyone in the orchards, I can't make sure of that, can I?
No, Miss Fergus. Sorry, I'll work on getting a hold of someone.
Great, you do that. I'll be waiting right here. Swear to the architect, Matthias, if you've lost your rifle's ionization coil again. Oh, wait, you ain't part of my crew. What do you want?
Bogart told me, Doc. Said you have some advice.
Oh, thank the law you're here about the pool. That crucial thing that isn't my job to fix, and that, as such, I don't care about. If you want advice, here it is. Don't talk to that imbecile ever again. Even by my crew's standards, he's duller than a telescoping staff. And he's not even one of my worst problems. I got landing pad lockdowns, gate closures, angry guests, and now one of my crew is AWOL.
Expression. Being inspector, I can look in that for you.
If you're serious, I'd appreciate the help. He's been missing a few days, and we're low on staff as it is.
Few days. Wait. Are you waiting till now?
It's not exactly uncommon for slug agents to go on the odd bender. They'll pick a place they think I don't know about and hunker down. Usually I don't bother with the discipline and paperwork. Gotta pick your battles. Thing is, they usually resurface within 24 hours, or at least yell for medical help. This guy, not a peep. The missing crew member's Evan O'Connell. He's one of about 2 slug agents I can trust with more complex tasks than stand here and look tough. Friendly type. Well-behaved, followed orders. Anyone else, I'd think they got drunk and fell asleep in a ditch somewhere, but O'Connell's not really the type. He was last stationed at the Wilderness checkpoint. I'd search there first.
Give a look. First, we need to go. Investigate the pool. Who's a pro? Let's head back and investigate the pool again. Oh. Oh, hey. A mechanical contraption for propagating chemicals inserted above through the pool water. Someone has scratched a sentence into the filtering panel. Irion was here. Let's see.
How you get?
Looks like chemicals can be added to the pool filter.
All sounds right by me. It'll be nice to actually have guests to guard. Sinuses that work. Sorry, did you say something? I couldn't hear over the smell.
Interesting.
This place is more exciting than I thought.
Thanks for the help back there. I've actually never fired a gun before. Is this ringing in your ears normal?
Yeah, you get used to it.
That's more than a little disconcerting, since I maxed out my medical allotment this month. That's what I call my booze fund. Still, I had to be alive to be able to go deaf later. I'm not sure if I actually hit any shots. If you hadn't intervened, it could have been bleak.
Seems like it'd be Slug's job to keep a horde of Raptidons getting this far.
I'm just as confused as you are. Someone should have been on shift to see them coming. Ms. Vargas would probably have a better idea of what happened. She's stationed at the luxury pad.
Thanks for letting me know, pal.
That's over. The law. Dissidents don't belong in Byzantium.
Did we win? How exciting!
The Sun Parlor. Pool cleaner. Blue coloring. 422 chlorine. Formula examined. Red, green, yellow, blue, orange. What is it again? It seems Rizzo has set me up with a rather straightforward task. Slug has an automatic mixer for the pool cleaner. If it's automatic, one would think it would need a man to be manually cycled. But I suppose I should be thankful it's all working out. Instructions. Oh, okay. So blue watercoloring blue. So I need 4. Is it 4? 4, 1, and 5. I need 4, 1, 5. There's a 5. 4. Blue and orange, was it? 415. Yeah, 415. And those are the. Hey, there's the numbers. It's 145, but it's backwards. Hopefully it works.
Did you hear that someone tore one of the doors to the dining?
No, I hadn't heard
I
that.
can't believe Helen's gone. We're never gonna get a sequel to Terror on Mama.
I wanted to hear more about these doors being ripped off the hinges. That sounds important.
You believed Halcyon Helen's death was
Balcony. What's on the balcony? Donovan Mathis.
I saw you meander on out of the pool and into the greenhouse. Now you're here. Does that mean what I think it means?
No, suffice to say, I'm interested.
Good. If you're interested in burying the pool, I'm interested in paying you.
Why go after a hotel pool? Not exactly high profile.
Maybe not. Maybe I just want Rizzo's working relationship with Slug to implode for the benefit of Spacer's Choice. But you're right. It ain't high profile. And it ain't gotta be. Any damage to Rizzo's is cause for celebration. You ain't gotta concern yourself with my spite. Consider me an average Byzantine, and I'll consider you an average contractor.
Yeah, I don't think I want to get wrapped up in the corporate politics.
Shame. Well, I hope you'll soon see Rizzo's for what they are, and help me bring them low.
Yes, because Spacer's Choice is so much better. Ah! Ow. What did I actually make?
Oh, thanks a million, Inspector. The smell cleared right up. Well, in a couple hours, the guests might even be back. Then I actually gotta start doing my job. Of course, we're not gonna get a follow-up shipment for the water anytime soon, so they'll have to content themselves on the deck. I got a little something for making my job that much less miserable. It's the key to our storeroom. If my boss asks, you never met me.
I think we both know how it works a little more than that.
I guess I can spare a few bits. And, here, this pack of smokes. Sorry, they don't really load me up with the I gotta get back to it if you don't mind, Inspector.
Cosmic smokes. That just sounds like marijuana.
Rizzo's mock apple cider.
I hope the murderer is caught.
It's Rizzo. Strange disappearance watch. We'll try and find her after we go across the sea bridge. We'll head across over there in a bit, but I'm gonna snack. We'll be right back.
Ready when you are. Here they come.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The garb on this security guard identifies him as a member of the Rizzo's corporation. His rank would have been that of jawbreaker or higher. This security guard has experienced premature expiration. Evidence strongly suggests a conflict with marauders.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
At least he gave his life for a worthy cause.
This card also expired prematurely, following a violent encounter with marauders.
Hey, Crew C. It's Amelia. Evan must have gotten into the Spectrum in these crates. Listen to this.
Come out! Come out to play!
Law, he's having a grand old time. I'm gonna take him to A2 under the hotel so he can sleep it off. I'll meet you back at the orchard straight after. See you soon. Evan, come on, you slackwit.
it's Rizzo's! Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer! Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
I don't know if whatever that is catching, but let's keep our distance.
I sure am! Good lamps you got on you to take notice. Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck. Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger. Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price. I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's refreshing drinks and my second being Rizzo's toothsome confectionaries. Our orchards are the source of 63% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. Give or take a few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our options is even audio-guided as a special bonus feature. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge. Huh? Oh no, Rizzo's doesn't make me recommend the tour. Helping customers just makes me even happier than I already am. And that's saying a lot. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers.
If that's happiness, it's chemical happiness.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There's really nothing better than feeling a euphoric sense of happiness and self-contentment. Now, I'd be pleased as punch to sell you a tour ticket. We have 3 tour options: Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus comes with the novelty Purpleberry and Amber, and the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided. Which kind would you like? You're in luck. We have 1 left. Normally they're 100 bits, but seeing how I'm sold out of everything else, I can give it to you for just 90. How does that sound? That's great. Thank you so much. No, I'm sorry. The only celebrity who shopped recently is Black Hole Birdie. Quite the affable man, as it so happens. And the stories are wrong. He could probably lift 2 benches of tossball players at once, not just 1. Laws, not just affable, but virile, too. Ooh, wait a minute. Now that his beau's dead, that means Birdie's single. Maybe I'll strike up a little more than conversation the next time he comes by. Sadness is a big old waste of time. Besides, the sooner I start courting him, the sooner we can both be happy.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations. And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my instant coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who is this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this fella. I think it's mightily more likely that he's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
I see. Just a visitor, then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you? Whether or not I like it, yes, that's right. Yeah, quotas are higher than ever because of the upcoming release of Spectrum Brown, but we haven't been hitting them. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Our workers are all about 30% more productive than usual. They keep getting injured, which is setting us behind. I blame the treatment Rizzo's keeps making them get. Look, they don't tell me the specifics. All I know is that the workers leave their typical morose selves and come back more chipper than an automechanical woodcarver. Look at Jacob, our groundskeeper, if you ain't met him. If he were any less personable before, I'd have had him replaced with a trained canid. Now he's all smiles. It's like the workers all forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. And that's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. And yet, I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a mosquito hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased. Okay, then. Yeah, I saw her. Tried to flag her down for an autograph, but to no avail. Ran right by me. No idea where she was heading. Seemed like she had a lot on her mind. Yeah, just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean. Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them. We've also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I'd guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems?
There are a suite of explanations for what could have happened, most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence. My people didn't sabotage anything.
Yeah, it was what I mentioned earlier. I swear, if I didn't know better, I'd think our workers were getting hurt on purpose. Thank the law, some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess up while you still can outside of an interrogation room.
While I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin your own incompetence, I suspect you'll be disappointed. But what do I know? I suppose it's up to your new hiree. I'm sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive. Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're owed. If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business. Do I? Didn't realize that expecting my company to be paid for its work was extortion. You should try telling that to the board. Regardless, Slug's protection service has ensured that Rizzo's has had zero problems with its shipments at the docks, and all for a reasonable price. We haven't been hostile when their payments came up short either. In fact, Rizzo's is more of a danger to the orchards than us, considering all the workplace injuries. Yes, I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile. What can Slug... Nope. Sorry, but this is the first I've visited this area in over a month. Shame about Helen. Liked her movies.
I could never get past her hair. No one having that many gunfights could have hair that perfect.
Celebs as big as Helen always seem to elicit strong binary opinions in people. But that's neither here nor there.
Whew. After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purpleberry Orchards to be another flowery name for a shithole. But this is...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Anything interesting? You can tell all that? Still, I wonder what she was doing out here.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
You know, when your folks warn you your face will freeze like that, you aren't supposed to take it seriously.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket. An excellent decision you most certainly won't have cause to regret. Now, presently, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purple Berry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Of course, tours of any excess level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our waspitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike. Pollinization by killer waspitos, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all waspitos are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle. So you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing. Gosh and goody gumdrops, but I could talk about the orchards till my lips fell off. Ah, you mean that lovely actor who got herself dead? Damn shame what happened to her. She did come by, but not during any official tour time. I thought she'd hired a private tour at first, but it was Dr. Blossom who was showing her the way to the RR and DD labs. Can't imagine why she'd need to meet with our head researcher on the Spectrum product line outside of her lab hours. Unless, of course, it had to do with the new product unveiling. You lead, I'll follow. Not anywhere off the grounds, of course. I never leave the orchards. But within the bounds of this stimulating conversation, I will follow your proverbial footprints trail. Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut. What kind of investigation? You wouldn't happen to be from the health inspection office, would you? Oh, drat. This distresses me, and I do not like feeling cross. I warned the orchardist this could happen when we halted our monthly bribe to Slug. They were always a reliable go-between, regarding inspections before now. So, what might you be looking to find out, Mr. Inspector? Can't say that I have. We use bad batches of liquor for our pesticides. Only the exterminator mechanicals are armed around here. And I haven't seen any bloody objects aside from the usual pair of gardening shears. Unless, that is, Miss Helen was also stung to death by pollinization mosquitoes? She wasn't, was she? That would be a mighty wretched way to go. I do hope this pleasant conversation has made me useful to you. Rizzo's likes it when we're useful to customers, and I like anything Rizzo's likes. I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as... Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
What could that have been?
You are in for it now.
Never felt so damn good. Good. Feels fun.
Trying to imitate you!
Feels
Feels good! Feels fun!
Rizzo's would be remiss to fail to mention the Orchard Storage Warehouse. Without this impressive-looking building, there would simply be no orchards. This warehouse is truly, truly a wonder. Rizzo gaze in amazement at the impressive construction of the front door, the sleek roof and glittering piping. This
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
About as good as any other slogan.
Ouch. Well, your candor's appreciated, even if it means I'll have to hit the books even harder tonight. I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet. It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment.
You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me. Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think. Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position. Mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say. Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else. Wow, that's some decidedly paranoid thinking. I can't imagine someone ever doing something that nasty. Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Oh yes, I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead, I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001. Who? Who? I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, cry havoc, and let loose the canids of war. Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about? I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again. What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help. Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards. I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall. Which isn't easy, considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you? But there's nothing to come clean about. I've just been doing my best out here.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
If they didn't want to tempt us, why'd they lock it up?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Stand in awe before our huge Rizzo's Hothouse Conservatory trademark. This building hosts almost as many plant breeds as we have delicious products. Almost. Are you wondering about that omnipresent warm and fragrant mist? That's just our all-natural fertilizing spray, made of pureed Sissy Pig waste products. From nature, back to nature. Our spray is part of the cycle of life. Note, Rizzo's discourages inhalation of its safe and natural liquid fertilizer. In case of accidental inhalation, please record any unusual effects and give that record to the nearest Rizzo's employee as quickly as possible. Remember, you are part of the Rizzo's family. Be kind to your family.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Congratulations, Inspector. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you? Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Believe me, I considered it.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff it gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel. Indeed. Tromped in and out of the conservatory with no heed for anyone else. Good thing none of my charges were damaged. Starlet or not, I would have had a harsh word for her. I heard she pushed her way into a tour of the RR&DD labs not soon after. She's just a serial actress. Yet she acts like she's deserved of the same access as a co-CEO. Well, she's not going anywhere ever again. Which is a shame, of course. Taken too soon and all. I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native triticale with a foreign strain. Would have called it hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the wasp-mosquitoes. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs? You say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our wasp-mosquitoes defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers. Wasp-mosquitoes only pose a danger to enemies of Rizzo's and the occasional clumsy worker. Those risks are well worth it when you consider their value as a self-protecting investment. Besides, they aren't as dangerous as they seem, unless you're caught outside during a pollination cycle. Then you'll probably get stung to death. Even then, the Hive Control Emergency Recall System ensures that only a handful of workers will die in the event of a breach. Rizzo's has just about thought of it all.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Incoming! I'll show you happiness! Join us! Do that on! Here you go!
What could that have been? Gonna let me get
I heard about what happened to Helen. If Rizzo's ran that hotel, we would have kept her safe.
I heard about what happened to Helen. If Rizzo's ran that hotel, we would have...
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Got the job on doing this. Down they go. Time for action.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy.
Nice work. We won't try that again.
Bits of wicker detected, embedded within the chunks of dark matter. Wicker is not a known ingredient of the dark matter product. The only members of a tossball team strong enough to crack a stick in two are the dedicated hackers, like Black Hole Birdie. Whatever Ms. Ruth Bellamy must have relayed to the tossball hacker during their picnic together instigated a furious increase in his usual strength threshold by 52%.
Let's not jump to conclusions. There are drunk primals stomping around. One of them could have broken it.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
goodness. My goodness. I am so sorry. I've been muted up forever now, haven't I? So I'm way out of it here. I should have been so much better about this. Oh my god. I don't think I got into any forms of dialogue though. It was mainly just looking at stuff. So last user Summers Anna. Occupation intern, exterminator, auto mechanicals, targeting reset, success. Finally, darn things. Now how do I exterminator, auto mechanical, target priority, sprats fail, invalid parameter. Oh come on, now work with me here. Activity, exterminator, auto mechanical, target priority, prime meals failed, invalid parameters. Expletive detected, deleted. This thing, I'll figure this out later. Activity, no target priority, set in 10 minutes, auto defaulting to all. Produce productivity report. Orchard, serving family, yields up to 0.3%. Conclusion, the new fertilizer or import from Edgewater is working wonders. Personnel files, view archived files, use keeper, new life. 2 bits deducted from the wage, opening law. I always dreamed of living on Eridanos. The science types always said it was impossible. The gravity will crush your bones, there's no breathable atmosphere, blah blah blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position. And they're stuck on Terra 2. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. The whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often and set the pollination cycles. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprats from eating the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. I hate this place. 2 bits deducted from users' wages. Opening log. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job. So here I am. Seeing her body once they got the mosquitoes to stop stinging, it ain't been great for my for entomophobia. Thinking maybe I have a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs think I've left or died or something. Thought about the purple berry puzzle edge. But I've seen a lot of people go in, and not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. Wish I stayed on Terra 2. Some jerk. 2 bits deducted from wages again. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a few people I'd never seen before standing out front. That ends to be deep in his pocket. His a slug or worked for one. Said he was either a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started talking. He started asking me for donations to keep the orchard running. For the first time. First time I'd seen a con man try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. He's hoping I don't hear from that again. Well, the exterminator automechanical scene chills me right now.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh?
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Oh, yeah. That was bound to happen. Let's see. Finally moved to the R&D labs. Now we're in the Rizzo R&D, and for now, I will be right back.
We got time.
So what's the plan?
Anyone got a smoke?
Raptidons have taste buds.
Ready when you are.
the hurry, right?
If I'd known we were set to lounging, I'd have recommended a bar.
Okay. Is it okay, game? Really, I don't know. Gotta bring that music down there. Shift there. Okay.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room through the lobby and to the left. you'll see me through the glass.
There.
How in the aether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
Alright. Investigating Halcyon Helen's murder. Was she here recently?
You do know that Halcyon Helen is a fictional character portrayed by the late actress, Ruth Bellamy, yes? One can't be too sure with so many simpletons around in the day-to-day. Regardless, I am not at liberty to divulge such information with non-employees or personnel lacking security clearance level Spectrum Orange. Of course, if you were to say, contract your services to me, I suppose I could grant you clearance enough to answer your murder-related questions, Mr. Inspector. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
Is there anything you can do to help?
Yes. I suppose I should make myself useful. Let me think. I know. I can remotely unlock the supply closets in the lower levels of the lab. Perhaps you'll find some useful apparatus or two in them.
Alright, so what's going on in these labs anyways?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Can I mention?
Happily. Of course.
Alright. Take care of the problem. But you're gonna have to answer some questions afterwards.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
Better than cold-blooded murder.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Probably sealed off and in there. Shucks your butt. Not before there's this infection. What am I talking about?
You hate to see it.
Gas canisters. That broke me up. Get on down to the lower levels here. Boy, these guys are freaking out. And fortunately for now, I think we might have to leave them to freaking and geeking. A nice safe spot for us to hide out potentially. Alright. What's up? Not like I didn't want that closed for safety purposes. You aren't. For now, we'll call it here. And I'll definitely be getting back to investigating what exactly happened to Halcyon Helen, aka, or Ruth Wubbles Bubbles, whatever the hell her name was. But, till next time, y'all. Peace the fuck out. Jazz Rancher.